Okay, in this video, I'm going to give you some tips for Galaga. And just a little background. Um, I right after Galaga came out, I liked the game a lot, and some buddies of mine and I played it quite a bit. And probably after maybe 3 months of playing, I was stuck at around 280,000, I think was my best score. And then I met this guy down at Sears at South Coast Plaza. And I was watching him play, and he could get in the millions. Well, actually, I think I saw him get around 2 million. And he and I chatted, and he showed me his strategy. And within about a month, I was able to get 2 million points as well, just by using his strategy and doing a little practice. So if you're, let's say, a 250,000 point player, I think using these simple strategies will help you to get well over 1 million points just with a little practice. And even if you're not at that point, I think you can quickly get up to speed and be a 1 million point player. Anyway, I will unpause it and we'll start the video. Game that I played in Maine for a competition a couple years ago, or actually it was in 1998. Okay. So the most important thing you want to do is to get your double ship. You see how you only have your single ship there, which is just two bullets on the screen at a time. So what you want to do is get picked up. So those boss Galagers on the top, you want to wait until one of them comes down to pick you up. This one's going to come down and pick me up. So I'm going to shoot it, and I'm going to just get in that path, the tractor beam. That's going to pick me up. Okay, I'm going to pause it here. I'm going to explain something. Okay, all the enemies to the right, on the right side, which is these, they're going to come down to the left. All the enemies on the left side are going to come down to the right. So knowing that, I know that this guy is going to come down around here when I have to shoot him. And the other thing is, you don't want to shoot him you don't want to shoot this guy right now when he's sitting in the formation. If you do, your ship will become an enemy and it'll come down and attack you. If that happens, you gotta let it fly by you, and then it will come out on the next wave. It'll come out piggybacked on one of these boss Galagas. So don't shoot it yet. Wait until it comes down to attack before you shoot it. Okay, so I'm focused on this guy. I want to get right underneath him and shoot him. And by the way, you can also accidentally shoot your other ship. If you're not right underneath that boss Galaga, if you're a little to the side, sometimes an errant shot might go right by that boss Galaga and hit your ship. So you want to be centered underneath it when you shoot it down. Okay, then just now right now it's pretty easy because the enemies are only shooting 2 bullets at a time. But later in the game, they shoot 4 bullets at a time, which makes it a lot more difficult. Okay, so here, notice something. I should have mentioned this earlier. Notice I started out by sitting in the corner. Their bullets, more or less, will travel along the path to where you were sitting when the bullet left, or when their bomb left. So in other words, if you're sitting here over in the corner, their bombs are going to go there. So all you have to do is move a little bit out of the way, and the bullets will slide harmlessly by, and then you can shoot them. That's the key to our strategy, is to sitting in a place where making their bombs go where you want them to go. Okay, sitting a few here. See, what I try and do is clear out most of the top. Okay. Now I'll show you. Now notice for the first 2 challenging stages, I want to be in the center of the screen. So I want the bullet from this gun, I want it to be going right around there. The bullet from this gun, I want it to be going right around there. And you'll see that the formation, first one's going to come, they're going to come from here. So you really don't have to move much, if at all. So I'm going to make sure that I'm sending my bullets up there, and I'm getting the stragglers. Okay, it's important to sit there because the bullet, the one on the right, is going to have to hit all of those boss Galagas, which take 2 shots each. Okay, so I got my grip there. Okay, I'm going to pause it again here. Another thing you'll notice, these medallions here, sometimes you can use them to line yourself up for some of the challenging stages. Notice that each of these ships is the same size as 2 of these medallions. The big medallions are the same width, the small medallions are half the width. Okay, the reason I'm sitting over here is because I want to draw their bombs over there when they first come out. And you'll see, and then what I'll do is I'll move a little to the left and start shooting, and that way I can clear out a large portion of the formation as it's coming on the screen. Okay, then see how I'm sitting in the middle, so I'm going to try and shoot some of the remaining formation, and I'm going to get these 2 as the others come on the screen. Same there. Now the reason I usually go for the red ones there and not the boss Galagas is because the red ones and the yellow ones come down first. So they're the enemies that I'm going to be engaging first before these. These guys will wait a little bit longer to come down. So what I want to do is clear out the enemies that are going to be attacking me first. Alright. Okay, another thing. I try to clear out as many enemies on the right as possible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and draw their shots over to the right, clear out some in the middle, and then I'm going to go back over to the right and try and take out as many as I can for the next wave. So I'm going to slide over. Notice I'm letting this guy fly by. That buys me time to shoot more of the formation. So I'm going to try and shoot these last 2 here. Watch, I'm going to let that fly by. I ignore it. That gives me time to shoot these guys. So I'm going to try and get them. And then I'm going to try and slide back over here. And then I can take care of this side here. And notice that the bullets went over there when I was sitting there. So I had that whole screen to work with. So the idea is you want the formation to be as narrow as possible. So what I try and do is I usually try and take out the right side, but then if there's some on the far left, I try and take those out first, because if you can get a narrow group here left to shoot down, it's much easier. If you have one over here and several over here, then there's a lot more real estate. It's a lot more dangerous, because when this one comes down, it's going to start dropping bombs over here. This one's going to start dropping bombs over here. It's going to kind of cut the screen in half. So what you want to do is clear out as many as you can on one side, so that you have the whole screen to work with. I don't know if that makes sense, but hopefully it'll make more sense as you're watching my play here. Okay, this time I start on the left because I want to shoot. The second wave comes out here, so I want to be right underneath them to shoot as many as I can. Then you want to go to the right, shoot the third wave. Oops. Okay, notice I'm sitting right over here. All the bullets are going to come down here. Now, on this wave, when there's 2 by 2, which is the middle of the 3 waves between each challenging stage, sometimes I just try and shoot as fast as possible, because usually I can get them all and still fly over here. See, these guys are going to go, some of them are going to go over here, But if I can shoot them quick enough, I don't have to worry about picking up the remaining ones. I can usually get most of them. Like that. Yeah, I hit it before I got. So I have a nice narrow formation to hit. And do the same thing. Sit over on the left. The bombs will go by me. Then I try and take out the top. And I try and take as many as I can. Go to the right a little bit. Then I'm going to leave some. Okay. Okay, now here. All right. Some players try and just shoot all these guys. I'm going to try and take out the farthest ones over to the left, and then I'm going to let a couple fly by, and then take care of the other side. See, oops, actually I missed that one. I wanted to let that one go, but I wanted to hit some of these. Earlier in the game, this doesn't really matter too much because they're not dropping 4 bullets at a time, but this is a little wider than I would like. So you want to try and avoid this situation where you have some over here and some over here. I was able to slide over and get him. Okay, I'll show you something else. I wish I could have paused it there. On that other one, I did not want to move all the way over into the corner because that one was going to pin me in there. So what I tried to do is I tried to sit here as long as possible until it dropped all its bullets before I moved. Because if I had moved immediately into the corner while it was still dropping bombs, the last bomb that it dropped would have hit me. So I had to wait until the last minute to move over until all of its bombs were gone. Okay, now, beginning of the next challenging stage. You can sit in the middle again just like the other one. Just shoot up and make sure that your bullets are, like your right bullet should be around where that 8 is and your left one around where the 5 is. And you should be able to hit them all. Okay, again, I'm starting out to the right. Let their bombs drop over to the right. Hit the red ones. Clean up the middle if I can. And again, if I've got a little time, I'm going to shoot up at any strays that I have up there. Notice I'm clearing off the right side. I'm going to get those two, I'm going to slide over and start shooting left side. Sometimes I wait for these. You get more points if they're attacking than if you just shoot them while they're sitting up there. Start on the left, let their bombs go by, clear out the ones in the middle, slide back over, go to the right, clear those out, now go to the left, clear those out, now go to the, clear that one, now go to the right, shoot as many as you can, now slide all the way to the left, and just shoot away anything you see in that formation. Normally on stage 10, if the settings are easy, they won't shoot at you, but this is on the hardest settings, so they will shoot on stage 10 on the hardest settings. Okay, I'm going to try and clear that one out here if I can. Again, I'm going to try and clear out the ones over here. I'm going to let any stragglers fly by, and then I'm going to try and get that one, and then I'm going to try and move back over here and take out the rest of these and see if I can do it. Oh, nope. This time, okay, now here is where you got to be careful. Now in that case, I accidentally shot the ones that would have flown off the screen, so I had a lot more width than I wanted to, and so I had to be really careful on that. Okay, in this challenging stage, you want your bullet, the left bullet, you want it to go right outside that 9. If you have over 100,000, you want it to be in between the 100,000s and the 10,000s, because the first group of dragonflies are going to come right down here. Okay, now this one you want to move over and have your left gun right around there, because they're going to come out and then they're going to turn around, and you want to hit the left side first, because the boss Galagas come out on this side and they take 2 shots. There's another group that are going to come out here, but they only take 1 shot each, so you want to focus on this side first. And then you go back and aim for the bullets going up there. Okay. Now the next group comes out the same as the first one, and then the other ones you want to go right there. Oh, I must have missed one. Wasn't paying attention. Okay, again, starting out on the right. The bombs come down, and I sit right under the middle, shoot them out. Clearing out the right side, get those 2 on the right. Oh, I tried, I got one of them. Now get both of those on the right, and then go over to the left, slide all the way over to the left, and just take care of whatever's left. This time I'm going to start on the left. So let's go over to the left. I clear out what's on the middle. Go to the right. Okay, the reason I did that, you'll notice I tried to clear out a few on the top. Okay, and I'm going to try and get all of those. Got everything on the right. Now I've got only 3 left to clean up. Same thing. Try and get some of those in the middle if I can. There's a lot of red ones up there, so I'm going to see if I can get a few of them. Okay. The right side looks good. Pretty empty. Now I'm going to clear way to the left, and I'm going to shoot as I go across. Okay, this challenging stage, you can sit in the same place as the previous one. They're going to be coming out right here. But they're going to be doing this little looping motion, so sometimes you have to time your shots a little bit. This one, you can hit all of them with a single ship. It's not too hard, but you just got to be sitting in the right place for it. Don't try and time your shots to hit them when they cross. They're going to come out from the right, and you just kind of sit in the middle, and then you're going to go back there, and then the same thing on the other side. So again, have one shot going here, and then the other one has the shots going in between the 3 and the 0. Now it's going to get a little harder, because I think here they're going to start, they're all dropping 4 bombs now. So you got to really have that technique down, because otherwise they can pin you in the corner if you're not careful. So I'm going to clear out, get those 2 on the right if I can. Now I'm going to try and get all the stuff on the right and then move over. Okay, do the same thing on the other side here. Get the stuff in the middle if I can. There we go. Now go to the right. And then the left. And then get those on the right. There we go. They're on the right side. Good, now all I've got to do is just clean up those few on the left. I tend to have the most trouble on these stages, the ones that are right before the challenging stage. These are the hardest for me. I'm going to let the last few come down so that I can get into position. See, what that does is it buys me time to get into the corner to start my next round of shots. That's what you're doing. When you let the guys fly by, you're really buying yourself time to get into the right position. Okay, this challenging stage is really easy. Even with a single ship, it's not that hard. You're pretty much going to just sit right in here and adjust your position as needed and just mow them down. And they're all going to come out here, so just sit here and hit them as they come out. And then right there, same thing on this side. Then over here, and then a mirror image. They're going to circle around, they give you a chance to shoot. So again, that's a pretty easy one. Again, I start out on the right, let them go by, shoot the ones in the middle, try and get a few of those in the middle, get those two on the right, or the right side out, get those two on the right, and then get that one and move over, and then just mow them down. And I start on the left here. And you don't have to always start on the right on the first one and the left on the next two. I do it. It seems to work best for me. I think the second and the third you should start on the left, but the first one doesn't really matter that much. It's just my habit, I guess. Same thing on the left. Get the middle ones. Let the last couple, give yourself a chance to move over. Oh, see, I didn't want to hit that soon. Oh, see, this is dangerous because notice, you got a wide amount there and here. So now, as I move over, I'm trying to avoid these bombs, but I want to try and hit these guys before they fly down. The reason is, if they start flying down right now, they're going to potentially pin me in and get me caught in the crossfire. So what I'm really going to try and do is get these guys as quick as possible, otherwise I'm liable to lose a ship here. See, right there I almost lost that one. Okay, in this one, we're going to do this little stair step thing. Now again, notice the medallions here. You got 3 here, and then you got this one. Now you're going to have to sit 2 ship widths away, which is actually the same as I'm sitting exactly where I want to be. And you'll see why. When they come down, they're just going to come right down there, and I can blast them. Now this part, you got Boss Galaga coming out this side. This is actually a hard one. This is the hardest challenging stage, in my opinion, out of all 8 of them. You got the Boss Galagas, they take 2 shots, so you're going to have to try and hit them quickly here, and then they're going to crisscross. So you're going to sit in the middle, try and be right in the middle, and try and just clean up any that you've missed. Okay. And I was able to get them all. Okay, these you can kind of sit in the middle because they only take 1 shot. Now the same one, you're going to be 1 double ship width away, and you'll get them all. Right here, and right there. Hope this isn't getting too boring because this is kind of repetitive. I'm doing the same thing each stage. Try and get those bees in the middle there. There, I got one of them. Get the ones on the right if I can. Get those 2. I missed the right one. Now get those 3 if you can. And then I just go out and I clear out what's left. I'm going to go over to the left here. Try and shoot the ones in the middle if I can. Good, got those. Try and get into position for the next ones. Okay, looking good so far. Move all the way over to the left. Now and there. Okay. Comments I wanted to make, but I would have needed to pause it. Sometimes these are stubborn. Okay. I have a note on this one. I'm going to pause it. I don't remember what I did, but there's something noted here. Okay, I'm going to try and get those. I'm going to try and get these 2 over here on the right if I can. Okay. Oh, I got. Okay, now see. You got 4 of them over here. So I'm anticipating that there's gonna be some over here. This is not looking good so far. So what I'm gonna really focus on is letting some fly by and trying as best I can to at least get the ones on the outside. So let's see. Yeah, okay, so I did that. I'm letting this guy fly by to get into position to start shooting these. Okay, now this is not good because if I move over too quickly and hit these, if I miss any, they're going to pin me in. Actually, I want to try and hit this guy, really, because he's going to come down and follow me. These are going to come down this way. They're going to be dropping their bombs over here. This guy's going to be dropping the bombs that way. But I've got to be patient here. So we'll just watch here. Okay, now this guy, I really need to hit this guy because if I don't, then he's going to get me pinned into the corner. Actually, I just realized that was the wrong one. I wanted to show you. There's another one I want to show you later. I have it marked on here. Okay. Now on this one, it's all about timing. You saw the first one. All you have to do is sit in the corner, and if you time your shots properly, you can hit them all. Now on this one, if you shoot too fast, you're gonna shoot your 2 bullets before they get into position. Like you'll kill 2 of them, but then the next one will still be out of position as you shoot your next bullets, and you'll miss them. So you got to be careful. But this group, they're going to come around here, and then they're going to come down, and you want to be sitting right about here so that you can hit the boss Galagas that take 2 shots, and then any extras the right ship will hopefully get. Oh, unpause it. And then same thing on the left side. One double ship with the way. And time your shots. Don't shoot too fast, don't shoot too slow. Same thing. Guys in the middle. No, killed all the red ones. Okay, get those guys on the right. If I can, try and get that last couple. Okay, I've only got one. Now I just go over to the left and hit him as quick as I can. Now, that one you gotta be careful of, the little red one. If you don't make him, he'll come down and attack you quickly. Try and get these guys in the middle. It's close. There's a lot of red ones up there, so I'm going to hopefully hit a few of them in the middle as I shoot. Okay, good. Go out the right side, and move all the way to the left and just nail those guys. Okay, I think this is the stage that I wanted to show a little bit more on. Okay. I don't remember what I did. Okay, notice that I was able to, since I let that one fly by, it gave me time to shoot the one up at the top, and I'm still in good position for this next group. I think I remember. Here, I'm going to accidentally shoot the ones that would normally have flown by me, and I'm going to end up leaving myself a wide formation, which is not good. Yeah, see right there. I wanted to let those guys fly by, but I accidentally hit the ones that fly by, and I let the ones that go into the formation. They went up there. So now I have a problem here because I've got a real wide formation, and if I'm not careful here, I'm going to get hit. So remember that their bullets will go to wherever I was when the bullet left. Except for some of these, they won't take a real extreme angle. So if this guy left, he might drop his bullets there. But if they're if they're around here, they're going to end up dropping them where I'm sitting. So with that in mind, sometimes you've got to wait and move at the last moment after their last bullet has been released so that you don't get hit. And I think this is where I'm doing it. Okay, yeah, see, right now I can't go to the right because these guys are dropping bullets. But now this guy's coming out. He's going to force me to move to the left. But this guy hasn't left yet. So I don't want to move over here too fast. Because if I do, this guy will nail me. I want to move over here as slow as possible and make their bullets miss me by as little as possible to give myself enough room to get over. And you'll see why here. Okay, so this bullet's going to go here. This guy's going to drop 4 bullets. So if I move all the way in the corner right now, he's going to hit me. I've got to wait. And actually, maybe I can do this in slow motion here. I'm going to show you. See, now I got to wait until that bullet is released, and now I can move. If I hadn't done that, that last bullet would have hit me. In other words, if I had moved too soon, he would have hit me. So sometimes, if you got a real wide formation, you gotta be patient. Okay, in this one, you want the left bullet to go there, the right bullet to go there, and it's just a matter of practice, really, on the first one. Okay, now on this one, they're going to come up here and do a loop. You want your the right bullet to go here, because the boss Galagas take 2 to hit, and so you're going to get 2 opportunities to hit them, once here and once there. Oh, I'm sorry, I did it backwards. It's on this side. Okay, so you want your bullet, this bullet, to go up or between the 3 and the 4. Sorry about that. I did the backwards. Okay, and now here I've got one ship, and I'm going to try and get picked up. This is actually the hardest part of the game, is trying to get picked up with one ship when you've got a lot of, when you're in the advanced levels in the game. So the idea is I want to do the same thing that I did before. I want to clear off as many as I can out of the formation, but I want to be careful to leave the boss Galagas so that I can get picked up. And usually, if you try and focus your shots, sit around this area and around this area, you'll have the most luck in hitting them as they're flying into formation. And again, I want to use the same strategy of sitting on the edge first, so that I'll draw their bombs over to the edge, and then I'll move out and start shooting them. So anyway, we'll watch here. Okay, so I'm going to try and hit as many as I can. I'm going to try and shoot out of that from the top of that formation. Try and clear out the right side if possible. Okay, and then try and hit a few more here. Then I'll try and go over to the left and clear out as many as I can. And that time I moved across. Sometimes you can do that. And I got picked up here. Now I don't always do it that smoothly. I often lose one trying to get picked up. Now it's going to come down. It's going to come down to the left. So I'm going to be ready for it here. And there you go. Here's an example of a challenging stage on where I was able to get them all with one. So it is possible. This is actually the easiest challenging stage one of the easiest challenging stages in the game. I think it's the easiest to get all of them with one. Okay, now we're going to watch a little bit of the end of my game. Now, after 1,000,000 points, you don't get any more ships. So when you lose all but your last one, that's it. You've got to go single ship the rest of the way. But this is useful also if you only have one ship left and you're trying to get back to the next bonus so that you'll have that second one so you can get a double again. So now if you have a single ship, since it's narrower, you can spend a little more time in the middle. It's more maneuverable. You want to use the same techniques that I did before for clearing out the formation, the enemies as they're flying into formation. But you don't have to worry so much about making sure that you use the whole screen. And in fact, since you've got less firepower, you're going to have to stay in the middle a little bit more. But again, if you're careful, you can maneuver in between their shots, whereas with a double ship, it's a lot more difficult to maneuver in between the shots. So we'll watch a little bit. Actually, I don't do well in the challenging stages, but I think I did fairly well with the single ship here. So again, I'm going to try and shoot out the ones coming on the screen. I'll try and shoot those 3. Okay, good. I'm thinning out the top. Now I want to try and get the right side as much as possible. Got those 2. So the right side is thinning a little bit. And now I'm going to spend a little more time in the middle, but I'm more maneuverable since I've only got one ship. Now I want to stay away from that guy because if I get picked up, the game's over. So I got to be careful about the one that's going to pick me up. And do the same thing here. Try and shoot that top one if I can. If you sit in the right spot, you can get most of them as they're flying out. Gotta stay away from that guy. And then just try and play it safe. That was a little bit close there. But again, try and play this way if you're trying to get to that next bonus. If you're still under 1,000,000 and you're trying to get to the next bonus to get your extra man. Try and get the edges. Try and move more into the middle. Stay away from that one guy. That was close. Again, I'm not terribly proficient at single ship. If you want to get better, you might practice playing an entire game. Oh, and I'm pathetic at single ship with the challenging stages. But again, you want to sit in the middle, then inch a little over to the right for this one, and inch a little over to the left for this one. So I think what I got about 36 there. I don't remember. Oh, not even that well. Okay, I got a lot in the middle, so I want to see if I can take out a few of those. Yeah, not looking good. Okay, start over to the left and slowly move my way over to the right. But now I'm going to let a few fly by so that I have time to get back over. And just stay away from the guy and try and get him. Anyway, I think you get the idea. It's just stay alive as long as possible. And again, shoot out, try and keep that top area as narrow as possible. Okay, that's enough. All right, hope these tips help.